up, y'all? As most of you know, I am a big thrift store shopper, have been a big thrifter for a few years now. And I just decided to do this video. Actually, I was having a text conversation with my sis, Still a Junkie 07. And I was telling her about one of my most recent thrift store finds. A couple of weeks ago, my electric blanket just quit working. And I love my electric blanket. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find another one. So I had been pricing them. Electric blankets are like expensive. So I'd been looking for one. And so I was like, well, let me just go check a thrift store, because I found my daughter's there last year. And it was relatively inexpensive, brand new, just fine. So I went to the thrift store the other day and found a king size electric blanket with the dual controllers, brand new in the plastic, $7.50. So I was telling her about it, and she was like, girl, you got a gift. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, a gift. And she was like, anybody who can go find an electric blanket for their price is a gift. So anyway, so I just figured I would kind of share some of my thrift store shopping tips with you guys, kind of like a little thrift store 101 to help navigate the thrift stores. I say, if you've never been to a thrift store, you need to go at least once. Give it a try. No, I'm going to say go at least twice. Because the first time you might not find anything and you might think, but you're not always going to find something the first time you go. You're not going to find something every time you go. So, with that being said, let me just give you a few tips and pointers to kind of get you through. So, first thing you need to do, find out if your store offers any kind of discount days. My Salvation Army here in town, Wednesday's Family Day, where all the clothing is half off. And then throughout the week, they'll have like a color tag sale. Like Monday, say green tags are on sale and they'll be half off. Or Tuesday, pink tags are on sale and it's half off. So every day, something's on discount. And so you think about it, when it's a thrift store anyway, and then you're getting half off of that. I've walked out of the thrift store with items before that I paid $1, $1.50, $2 for. Easy. Great looking items that I wear every day. Today, you can't see them, but I have on a pair of Ralph Lauren dress pants that I paid, I think, $3 for at the thrift store. And I've had them for several years, and they are holding up well. So anyway, then the next thing you want to do is find out the return policy. You need to know that off the top. At the Salvation Army that I go to, it's everything's final sale. You can't return anything. I also go to the Goodwill a lot. The Goodwill, you can return things. You don't get your money back, but you get store credit for what you paid. So that's good to know, especially when you're buying clothing, because, you know, once you bought it, it's yours pretty much if you can't return it. So find those two things out off the top. Go in with an open mind. Don't go in expecting to put a full outfit together and walk out the door. You don't think you're going to go in and find a top and a pair of pants and a pair of shoes. You're not going to the mall. You're going to the thrift store. So just go in with an open mind. And start slow. The Salvation Army I go to is huge. I mean, there's rows and rows and rows of pants, rows of sweaters, rows of jeans, rows of baby clothes, rows of pajamas, rows of outerwear, rows of suits, rows of dresses. I mean, it could be overwhelming to someone who's never been there before. So I say maybe if the first time you go, maybe you want to go in and just look for pants. Look for pants and jeans alone. Maybe tackle shirts next time you go in, because you could easily spend hours trying to find what you want, because like I said, it's not the mall, so you can't go in and find the size mediums or size larges and get your pair of pants and walk out the door. You're going to have to take the time and, you know, go through the racks, look at the stuff, and then once you found what you want, you're still going to have to go through inspecting it. You need to, you know, go over the items with a fine-tooth comb. Check the seams, check the pockets, check for rips, holes, stains, loose buttons, missing zippers, broken zippers. You want to make sure everything works, everything's, you know, in proper condition. Doesn't have to be in proper condition. You know, it may be missing a button or something, but that's an easy fix. But that's up to you to determine whether you want to deal with it. I'll talk a little bit more about that lately, but just make sure you inspect everything. Then you want to dress comfortably. You want to go in when you've got time. Don't go in when you have to be, you know, somewhere in an hour, or, you know, you're on a schedule. You want to go in when you've got time to blow and you can go in and really look around. I say if you've got small kids, don't take them with you. It's, you know, it's distracting to you. You're trying to look around. Go by yourself, go with a friend, just go when you have leisure time to go in there and spend. Kind of going back to the return policies, you want to make sure the stuff fits, so you really need to try it on. I know some people get really skeevy or whatever by trying on things that other people have worn. If you're at the mall and you're trying something on, somebody else has probably tried it on and worn it. But again, there's ways to get around that as well. Dress in layers. Say under your pants that you have on, put on a pair of tights or a pair of leggings, so you've got something between yourself and the item that you're trying on. You know, wear a thin t-shirt, something that you can put a sweater on or another shirt on over top of to see if it will fit you comfortably. That's ways that you can do that. Shoes, if you want to try on shoes, you know, bring you a little stocking or something so you can stick your foot in it, try it on. Let's see. Stuff you don't want to automatically disregard. You don't want to just say no to something just because it's missing a button or because, you know, the button's loose. You can easily sew a button on. So, you know, but if it's a simple enough button, just say it's, you know, just a plain button down shirt and it's missing the bottom button. Well, you might not even need that bottom button. But if it's missing the button at the top, but it's just, you know, a fairly plain button that you can go and pick up from Walmart. The shirt costs $1. I'm going to go ahead and get the shirt, go to Walmart, find myself a button and sew it on. You know, if you feel like that's too much work for you, that's not what you want to do, don't do it. But don't automatically disregard something because it has some kind of defect to it. As far as stains, some stains are a given. Sometimes you just, you know, I'm not going to go out and buy something, a white shirt with a huge red stain in the middle of it. But I bought a white skirt from the Goodwill a few months ago, and it had a little yellow spot on the front of the skirt. I think the skirt was $1.50. I bought the skirt anyway. I was like, well, I'll take it home, try to work on it. If the stain doesn't come out, I'm out $1.50. If not, it's all good. I brought this skirt home. I made myself a little mixture with baking soda. I made a little paste with some baking soda and water. You know, scrubbed it real good, soaked it for a little bit, washed it. Skirt was good as new. So don't automatically disregard stuff because there's a stain, because you may be able to, you know, work it out on your own. Let the price determine that for you. Don't go and buy a $20 skirt with a stain on it. Not that you're going to find anything at the Goodwill for $20, but you know what I'm saying. If it's a $1 skirt, take a gamble. Same thing. Holes. Many times I'm not going to go buy something with a hole in it, but maybe there's a t-shirt or something that may have a little hole at the bottom. Say you're just looking for a layering piece, something you need to wear under a sweater or under a jacket or something. If the little, just a small little tiny holes at the bottom, if you're only using it for a layering piece, you're buying a $1 t-shirt, what's the hole going to hurt? You have to weigh your pros and cons and just see what's going to work best for you. Another thing you don't want to automatically disregard is dry clean only items. Many times in the regular store at the mall, people shrink away from dry clean only. I do too sometimes, but we do have this discount dry cleaner here in my town. But anyway, because dry clean only is like, nobody wants to, have to take stuff to dry cleaners all the time. But again, consider your prices and what you're paying for things. Again, back to these Ralph Lauren pants that I have on. They say dry clean only. For the price I paid for them, I brought them home. I said, let's try these in the washing machine on GenoCycle and see what it does. Again, if it doesn't work, if they shrink or whatever, I'm out $3. I've learned my lesson. I won't mess with this anymore. Brought it home, washed them. GenoCycle, like I said, had these pants a couple of years, and I've been washing them on GenoCycle, and these pants are still good as new. Take a gamble. I don't put these pants in the dryer. I wash them and I air dry them. Works fine. Let's see what else. Don't automatically go in and assume because it's your size that you can wear it and you don't have to try it on. Even if, say, the pants are from the Limited. Oh my gosh, there's my pants from the Limited in size 12. I know they're going to fit. Don't have to try them on. Not necessarily. You have to consider that these clothes have been worn before and probably have been laundered before. Therefore, maybe they've shrunk. Maybe that's why they're at the Goodwill store, because they washed them in hot water and stuck them in the dryer and now they're too short. So you still want to try stuff on. Just, you know, for your sake, so you're not losing any money. They may fit fine, but you just never know. Also, don't automatically disregard things because they don't fit perfectly. Maybe it's just a little too big. Maybe it needs to be taken in just a little bit. Going back to your price points, is it worth paying $3 for a dress that you can take and, you know, it might cost you $5 to get it altered? It might, you know, because I've gotten dresses before. I've purchased dresses from a thrift store that still had $30, $40, $50 price tags on them. Paid, you know, I think $5 for the dress. Went and paid $10 to have it altered. Okay, so I'm still at total cost $15 for a $50 dress. It's a win-win situation for me. So consider your situation, what you want to pay, what you want to put into it, and see how that will work for you. What else do I have on my list? Keep your hand sanitizer at the ready. I keep my hand sanitizer because you don't know what's been going on with these clothes. So as soon as I walk out, I'm kind of, you know, after I'm handling the clothes, wash your hands, you know. Prices are pretty firm at thrift stores. Don't expect them to haggle with you, you know, try to bargain. You're at the thrift store, they're generally priced pretty low. So just kind of roll with it. If you see something that you want and you want to think about it, put it in your cart or put it in your hand. Don't, again, you're not at the mall. You can't say, oh, I'm going to walk around the store and come back. It might not be there when you come back. I've done it before. When I first started, I was like, oh, this is cute. And maybe I'll get this. And then I come back. Yeah. Then you see the little lady walking by with it in her cart smiling because she just got a bargain. So if you're going to think about it in your possession. Then lay it down on your way out the door if you decide you don't want it. What else? Good times of the year. Right now is what I call Goodwill season. It's almost the end of the year, so people are getting rid of stuff for, you know, so they can get that write-off on their taxes. So stuff's going to be constantly coming in during this time of the year. Toys, if you're looking for toys, a lot of people get rid of kids' toys around Christmas time to make room for new toys that are coming in. So if you're looking for, you know, some cheap toys on the low, go check out a thrift store. Change of seasons is always good times to go into the thrift stores because people are switching out, you know, closets, switching out seasons, and they're getting rid of stuff. Back to school time is always a good time because, you know, you got kids going off to college, people are taking stuff. Trying to think of all the good times that are really good prime times to head to the thrift store. 13 minutes. Okay, trying to watch my time. Let me finish up. Visit thrift stores in different parts of town. I always try to go to the ones in the nicer parts of town. But don't, you know, visit them all. But, you know, nicer parts of town, nicer stuff. Once you get your stuff home, you know, just take extra care, wash it really well. And whenever I bring my stuff in, I generally keep it separated somewhere different from my other clothes until it's been washed and ready to go. If you happen to buy shoes, stuff like that, I have a can of Lysol. I spray the shoes down, wipe them down. They're good to go. I think this is all I can think of right now. It's just kind of a quick, like I said, run through some do's and don'ts to help you get through the thrift store experience, if you will. If you all have any more questions, please feel free to leave me a comment or inbox me, whatever. Hope this video has been helpful. If you have never been, give the thrift store a shot. I really think you'll enjoy it. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye.